and she is a sensual awakening, an orgasmic magnetic coach, and she does a lot of quantum healing, transformational work, and she mainly helps people step into their dream life. And she does it through sensuality and through these beautiful practices. And today she's going to be teaching us how to create freedom and open communication in our relationships. So with that, Damiana, thank you so much for being a part of Emergence Festival. You have the whole floor.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Such an honor to be here with you all. So grateful. So I know that this is a lot to go straight from sound medicine journey, deep space place to now we're diving in to more talking and diving into more communication. So I just want to invite everyone to just feel the medicine as it continues to ripple through the sound, and to open ourselves up for this next journey that is going to be really potent, as deep as we allow it to go, as deep as we allow ourselves to go. So we're going to be diving into the power of creating freedom and open communication in relationships. So I am a love and relationship coach, and I focus mostly on the power of sensuality and our sexuality, or orgasmic ability to experience this life beyond everything we've been told. Like, we all have the power within us to actually experience pure magic and orgasmic states of bliss, and truly stepping into purpose and love in every sense of the word. And it really starts with ourselves. So the relationship, like, everything is relationships. So the relationship we have to ourselves, the relationship we have to food, to money, to our parents, to society, to our partners, everything comes back to relationships. So when we start to put the focus on our relationship with ourselves first, everything can transform. There's a lot we're going to be diving into in this, and we have a very short amount of time. So I would ask, I really want to open up for questions at the end, but we're also already like cutting in by 15 minutes. So I'll just invite that if a question comes through you in the moment, just go ahead and put it in the chat. And I really want to create space for at the end to be able to answer the questions if timing aligns. So just to give a little bit of context, when I was a little girl, I was completely in my full expression. I was so free to be me. I was singing and dancing and like just having a ball at life. I was very, very genuine in my expression. And it wasn't until the kids around me started pointing out that my expression was wrong, that it was too big, it was too loud, it was I was annoying, I was too bubbly, I was too kind, I was like too everything. It wasn't until that started to happen where I ever had any idea that what I was being and my expression there was nothing wrong with it to me until then. So I want to first ask us, those who are on camera, to raise your hand if you have ever been told that you are too much in some sense of the word, too sexy, your breasts are too big, your butt is too big, you're too smart, like every single thing you can imagine, right? So for those of you not raising your hand, wow, amazing. You are so freaking blessed to have never been told that. And that's like a true gift, because there's got to be a level of you already have a level of freedom from never being told that, because the experience that I went through, and so many of us go through with being told these things, it creates layers upon layers upon layers of shielding, of protection. My experience, and that I've experienced with so many others and all of my clients, is that it was like this constant dimming of our light until we became a tiny little shell of who we actually are. So I want to remind us all that this is a collective programming. This is a massive, massive thing that has been put on us around our freedom of expression and our freedom in every sense of the word. And so if we feel into this collective fear that has been put on us of being too much, has rippled out into this fear around being seen, a fear around being heard, a fear around fully expressing ourselves. What will happen if I wear what I want to wear? Men are going to look at me in this way. They're going to treat me in this way. If I express myself in this way, then people are going to think of me like this. If I speak too much, if I sing, if I dance, if I whatever, people are going to think I'm asking for it. All of these things. This way of experiencing life turns us into these versions of ourselves that is not even close to the real truth of who we are. And how do we change this? It really starts by having first the awareness that it's not just you, that you are not alone, that this is, since the beginning of time, of people recognizing our power and how freaking epically powerful we are, there has been a desire to put a cap on it, to make it so that we feel that we are limited in our ability to express, limited in how much money we can make, limited in our magic, in our ability to create, limited in our ability to literally create anything we desire. And that is why I'm so passionate about helping people live their dream life, because most people don't think it's actually possible. Most people don't even think that they can do whatever they desire, that they can create whatever they desire. They think that because the way that they grew up, because of their parents, because of schooling, because of where they lived, because of the color of their body and their skin, they have been told that you cannot have these certain things. And I can imagine being brought up a certain way, that there is these ingrained beliefs that it's impossible. And I'm here to tell you and remind you that it is possible. And I've been called out so many times, people telling me like, you know, you're white and you grew up in this way, and there's no way that, you know, you don't know that it's you don't know that it's possible for everyone. But I want to remind you all that God, source, creator, whatever you believe in, does not play favorites. There is no favorites. We all have the same power running through our body. We all have the same ability to create. We all do. It is not just some of us, it is all of us. And I know that this can be really triggering for people. And believe me, like, stuff comes at me all the time where people are just really try to, you know, make me wrong. And it's, the thing is like, whatever you believe, you're right. And we all get to have our own belief systems. And I am here to be a walking permission slip for what is possible, because I have been through some fucked up shit, like fucked up. And I know what's possible because I brought myself out of the depth of depression, the depth of suicide, the depth of like extreme pain and suffering, pain so bad that I literally like wanted to die. It's like, how can I be experiencing this much pain? Shouldn't be here, clearly. And now, you know, in working with, if you were to talk to some of the people that I've worked with and you heard their story, you would ask, how are you even alive? Like, how is it possible that you are still alive? And it is a choice. It is a decision. It is a commitment to ourselves, to this life, to know that we are here for something so much greater than what we have been told. So I really want to invite us to first and foremost know this in our body and take a moment to just like sit up straight, take a couple deep breaths, and to just feel this knowing ripple through your body, to feel the immense power that is within us all, that is running through every single one of us, every being, not just the humans, the trees, the animals, this earth, the water, the fire, the air, the ether, our ancestors. It is all here for us. And we are here for so, so, so much more. Every single one of us has a unique gift, a unique purpose, a unique soul signature. We are all unique emanations of the Most High. And if we were here to just be these little shells of a version of a human being, we would not be on this planet alive right now. You came here, you answered the call to come here for something so, so, so much bigger. So just take a deep breath in, filling up your lungs, filling up your chest, expanding into this energy, this remembering, this knowing. And sighing out. Two more, just like that. Maybe do a little wiggle. feeling the magic of your own heartbeat, feeling this spark of life that has been with you since the moment that electrical blast came through your body and allowed your heart to start beating. Feeling into the magic that we are. Not just some, every single one of us. So thank you for being here. Thank you for answering the call to come to this planet at this time, recognizing that we've been training for this. Y'all, like we have been in training for this. This is like our lives and our lifetimes have been our superhero training grounds that has brought us to this point, to the precipice of all of the crazy shit that is happening on the planet. We were born for this. We were born for these times. We are the ones who are here to create the new culture, to create the new world. And it starts with every single one of us coming into our own recognition of our magic and our power. Recognizing that it is up to us to shift this collective programming, these belief systems. No one is going to do it but you. No one is going to save you but you. You are your own superhero in this hero's journey. And we have the power to no longer believe the lies, to transform it for our lineages, for our entire family, for our collective. We hold the keys to unlock everything we ever desired. And this is how we transform the world, because we are all so intrinsically connected that when we transform the world. So recognizing that the most powerful thing that you could be doing is focusing on your healing and your transformation and your remembering of who the fuck you are and why you came here. So thank you for being here on this platform, because clearly y'all are doing the work. You wouldn't be here right now. In the million other places you could be, you're choosing to be here. So thank you. We are all a part of this collective shift. So I have this knowing, part of the focus of what I do on this planet is to help people to take off all of the layers upon layers upon layers of shielding and protection, so that we can come into the freedom, the free beings that we are, to be able to openly express, to be able to share ourselves with others, to be able to speak to our fears, to speak to the way that we're feeling, to be able to truly tune in and tap into our own bodies of what our intuition is guiding us into. And when we choose to do this, everything in our life transforms. Because when we create the new normal and we are a part of this shift where we are able to fully express ourselves and move through the fear, it's not that you'll ever be like completely fearless, but it takes courage to move through the fear when the fear comes up. And when the mind tells you, I can't say that, I can't express that. Someone's gonna think this, they're gonna break up with me, they're not gonna love me anymore, they're gonna fire me. Right? It's like the ability that we have to move through, to have the courage to move through and to say it anyway, to dance anyway, to sing anyway, to express anyway. This is how we transform the world, by starting with ourselves. And true freedom looks like allowing ourselves to be whoever you desire to be, to wear whatever you desire to wear, regardless of what people may think. So from this space, whew, feeling a lot. It's a lot of energy. So from this space, from this remembering, we remember our purpose. We step fully into who we are incarnated here to be. We activate our dream lives. So today we are going to practice exercising these muscles of expression, of freedom, of opening up our voices, of opening up communication. And we are going to have some prompts, and we're going to do the breakout rooms. So we're going to have a chance to really connect and express ourselves and to practice this. So before we do, I want to have everyone take a moment to actually tune into ourselves. So tuning into what you're feeling in your own body right now. So just noticing, is your heart beating fast? Are your palms sweaty? Is your throat closing up already at the thought of expressing yourself to a stranger, quote unquote? Just noticing what you're feeling. Do you feel like a turning in your womb? Do you feel shaky? Breathing into these spaces and just sending so much love and remembering that this freedom to express, this freedom to be that everyone so desires is available to all of us when we choose to unlock the chains that bind us, recognizing that it is up to you to do so. So just noticing any judgments that might be coming up already, any thoughts, any emotions, any fears, any old stories of why you can't fully express yourself, that time that your dad said that thing, that time that you got fired because you expressed yourself, whatever it is, just noticing. Breathing into that space, breathing so much love into that space, and telling these parts of yourself that it's okay, that you are so safe. We are the safest we have ever been in our entire history to be. Breathing into these thoughts, breathing into these feelings, sighing out. Just preparing your system to open, preparing yourself to open your heart to another human being, preparing yourself to open up your voice, to open up to expression. Thanking yourself once again for being here. And when you're ready, opening up your eyes. So in these breakout rooms, what we are going to do, first of all, if you want to participate, and this is going to be so powerful, like so powerful for Zoom, you think it can't be as powerful, but it's really powerful. So for this next exercise of the breakout rooms, I really invite you to come off a video. And if you are not willing to come off a video, turn your camera off and you'll be entered into a room where you can just wait and be until we bring you back after the breakout rooms. So if you want to be a part of this and practice exercising these muscles of expression, please turn your video on so you can be a part of this with us. So I'm going to give a quick little demonstration. Chelsea, are you available? Do a quick
I
little.
am. Let's do it.
Awesome. So the way we're going to do it, once you get into the breakout rooms, you're going to have one partner. So person with the shortest hair is person A, just to make it really easy. Person with the longest hair is person B. Okay, so I think I'll be A. I think my hair's a little shorter. So you're each going to have a chance to share and express yourself openly. And I'm going to invite you to really feel into your body, to practice getting out of your head, not filtering too much. Don't think about it. Speak to the first thing that comes through you. This is what we're going to practice exercising, is our following our intuition. Okay, and I'm going to invite you to also explore your answer as it comes through, to utilize the full amount of time that you have, and you'll be prompted. You'll have 1 minute for certain shares, you'll have 2 minutes for certain shares, but to actually explore. If you just all of a sudden you're like, passion, it's like, okay, well, what else? Keep it going. Really allow yourself to explore this. So the first prompt that we'll demonstrate with Chelsea, we'll just do a quick demonstration, is what makes you come alive? So what makes you just like light up? Your heart beats fast, your body tingles, like what just gives you life? And so actually I'll invite Chelsea, if you want to just do a quick 15 seconds of what makes you come alive.
Yes. Okay. Well, first of all, dance. Every time I dance in my body, it's just like an instant, like the energy and then the energy and then the energy, and it keeps building. And then suddenly I'm just like screaming at the top of my lungs and I'm just like really excited. So dance, I would say that definitely makes me come alive. Should I say multiple things or just that?
Yeah, so what we're gonna do in this, we'll just do that just for now for the sake of time. But so in the breakout rooms, we're gonna have, I think, 1 full minute, maybe 2. I already forgot what I wrote. I think 1. And so try to utilize the whole amount of time. So keep speaking. If you like say dance and then that's it, just like, okay, let me explore that a little more, and keep exploring your answer. So we're going to practice being in active listening. We're not going to talk while the other person is speaking. We're just going to be fully present and allow them to express themselves. And I want the person B, like the person who is listening, I want you to to be fully present and feel for the moment that they like truly come alive, where you're like, ooh, your eyes lit up, your body was like, woo. And so the second prompt is going to be that person B is going to reflect to you the moment that you fully lit up during your share. So I would say, Chelsea, when you expressed how you come out, like how you, when you dance, you just like your whole body was moving, you were like expressing like this. I was like, I really felt you. So we're going to just, we're going to reflect that back to each other. And then person B is going to go and they're going to share what made them come alive. And then person A is going to reflect to them the moment that they really felt you come alive. So that's going to be the first breakout room. It's just going to be really quick. And we're going to enter into that right now. Thank you so much, Chelsea. And hopefully you'll be in the breakout room too, so you can actually express this more.
Just to clarify, if you have your cameras off, you will not be in a breakout room.
Yes, thank you so much, Randall. So please, if you want to be a part of this, turn your cameras on now so you can be a part of this experience. Thank you all. See you on the other side.
Just a second, I need to exchange some people.
Oh, okay, no problem. Thank you. And again, just a reminder to like really practice speaking from your heart, getting out of your head, feeling into your body, not filtering.
Amazing. How many, Randall, how many people are in that one breakout room with all the cameras off?
Is that just us?
Yeah, I'm going to pause the recording for this.
Yay! Welcome back, everyone. Would love to hear just a couple shares of what came through for you. If that was challenging, if it was really easy, if you were in judgment, if you discovered some things about yourself, would love to hear. So just, we can popcorn style. So just take yourself off mute if you'd love to share. Okay, no one wants to share. Well, just pick a couple people. Gigi Nelson, do you want to share?
It looks like Megan unmuted herself.
You look so fancy. I couldn't help but notice you.
Oh, Gigi, I can go afterwards.
Okay, well, whoever wants to go. You just look so fun, Gigi. I was like, you just pointed you out. I was like, what is she? She's like a magical fairy. Okay, whoever wants to share. I heard a voice somewhere in there.
Oh, I'll just share. Like, it was really nice. Like, at first, it was just kind of silent in my head, but then being supported and kind of in this container with my partner, it was really just tapping into like the freedom, the openness, the times where during this last year there's been creativity and kind of being pushed on that edge of the comfort zone actually can light us up and make us feel alive.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, and recognizing that everything we truly desire, all of the magic is outside of the comfort zone. So it takes getting a little uncomfortable, but it is beyond worth it, because that's truly where the magic happens. It's where the transformation happens. It's where the growth, it's where the up leveling, it just takes getting a little uncomfortable. That's why I like people to share a little too, because it does get uncomfortable. I also want to invite that if your heart's beating really fast, when I ask someone to share and your heart's like, I want to invite this reframe around the power of the heartbeat. The heartbeat is telling you where to go. The heartbeat is like, do it, do it, do it. Oh my God, get out of your comfort zone. Express yourself, express yourself. So I really want to invite, like, whose heart is beating the fastest right now? You get to share.
I'll share. I'll go next. So just popcorn. I just said pretty much singing, dancing, acting, making people laugh, giving off healing energy in what I do. And that's what really lights me up, but also puts me at an edge, because I have a dual dichotomy of personalities going on within me, saying, let's do it. And then the other part is like, we should not. we should not do this. And I push my boundaries by just going for it most of the time. But a lot of times I tend to just shy back from it. So, but either way, doing so, actually just putting it out there is what gets me going. I just sometimes have to remember, okay, well, Nelly, pull back now.
Ah, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your voice and your heart. I want to celebrate you for doing that. I know it brings up a lot of like nervousness in people to share, even in front of a group that is so supportive. It can still bring up a lot of hesitation. So thank you for being willing to share your voice. And I just want to invite also this recognition of the difference between the head, the mind, and the body. So much of what I'm working with in everything that I do of guiding people back home to this truthful, aligned, intuitive space is recognizing that the mind is the only thing that lives in this space of fear, of don't do it because this might happen. Well, what if this happens? Well, all the stories are the mind. The body doesn't have stories. Why doesn't tell these stories? The body's just like, ooh, that feels really good. Do that. Ooh, this feels really nice when you do that. Ooh, touch me like that. Like the body isn't like, you shouldn't be naked because all of these things will happen. The body's like, I want to be naked. What? Get naked. Like, this is the world that we're creating too. A part of creating the new culture and the new world is like creating a world where people will be able to be so free that when they're naked, you just look at them like, oh yeah, you're not like thinking all of these things. And why are you doing this to me? Why are they naked? What does this mean? Oh, she's a slut. Oh, it's like we're getting away from this programming and coming into the space where we can really support each other in our full freedom of expression. If a man wants to wear a dress, look at that beautiful dress on that sexy man. Like there's no like judgment of why he would do that and what is he doing and what might that mean. Like the mind is the only thing that tries to make stories about this bullshit programming that we've been told, all of these lies that we've been told to keep us small. So these moments when your body is telling you want to sing, Gigi, and your body is telling you want to dance and all of this stuff, but the mind's like, well, I don't know about that. You might, it's like, okay, practice calming the mind and being like, shh, it's okay. It's okay. I know that you've got some fears and some protection. Like we all have this thing that comes up. It's like we can calm the mind, come into the body and listen, tune into your womb, tune into your heart. What are you desiring? What is my true desire here? And allow yourself to move through the fear that is trying to keep you small. And this is an invitation for all of us, like all day long. It's constantly going to happen. You're never going to be perfect at it. It's like you're always going to have the ability to, or the opportunity to come into the body, calm the mind. The mind is so hectic and has the ability to like ruin the show if we allow it to. And so we really get to keep coming back into the power of being. I always say we're not human doing, you guys. We're human being. We're here to be. And all of the forms of being is really, it requires learning how to master the mind, master this powerful tool so that we can actually wield it in a way that is going to be very healing and nourishing and rejuvenating and going to help us live our dreams. So yeah, just a little touch on that, a little tangent. Can we take one more share before we move on? Yes, Naresh?
Yeah, when I practice that with Sarah, she is my partner. It's like she's expressing, like really expressing like this. It's like when I have to give the reflection, it's like I totally forgot what she said. I'm just for every word she's expressed as if it's coming from the heart, I couldn't pick up one little thing, what it is. So I need to improve on listening. That's what I understood. And when I'm sharing about my desires, like what it is, like some things I couldn't go into deep. Like there are some things like, how much I can share like that. For example, it's very, I don't judge myself. I'm just putting that out. So I really like when, I see someone urinating. I don't know why publicly, it's woman, I'll tell my dates like, hey, I want to see you when you're urinating. It's my thing, it's it does. I'm
There you go. Whatever floats your boat.
whatever flirts with, yeah. The reason I maybe it's like it's so taboo in India. It's like, no, you should not see that. It's like now it became a thing. It's like, okay, I request my date, say, hey, can you urinate for me? And again, I want to see it. It is what I think. The other thing is like, like I'm just being in the garden, getting into the like bare hands with the all soil, everything. I like that. And looking at the bees and passionate love and kissing, pillow talks.
Cool.
Yeah.
love that.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that and being so open. Like, woo! Yeah, look at you. Like, fuck people pee. Fuck yeah, that's what you love. That's great. That's amazing.
That's what I love. Yeah.
There you go. I love to. I love to pee. Like people hear me, they're like, "Are you like pleasuring yourself in there?" I'm just, oh, and it's so good. It's such a good release. Like what? I love releasing everything. So all just feels great. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. And part of what you were sharing of like the need to be listening, this is so huge. So much of our, like, we don't know how to listen. And oftentimes we don't know how to listen. You wanna know why? It's really simple. Because the whole time someone's speaking, we're thinking about what we're gonna say. We're like trying to pre-plan, what am I gonna say so that when I say it, it looks really good and like they're gonna like me and they're gonna think that I'm like a really good person and they're not gonna judge me. It's like, no, get out of that. Be so present in your listening that all you're doing is listening. You're so present and so aligned to the person and what they're expressing. You're so there. And then when it comes to you, you're so aligned and you're so present that it'll just come through you. You don't need a pre-plan. And this is part of the way that we get to create the new world and the new culture as well is by practicing active listening. It's a freaking thing. It's not just a like passive listening where, this happens all the time in relationships. Women say something, they're like, you're not listening to me. And the guy's like, yes, I can. Yes, I am. I can repeat you exactly what you said. And you're like, yeah, that's not listening. Just because you can repeat what I said does not mean that you are actually listening and feeling. So it's like, it's a real thing. And this is a powerful practice that we get to explore. And again, what we're doing here today is like practicing our muscles. We get to exercise our muscles, just like working out, just like anything you want to learn. You want to learn a new language, like you got to practice. So today we are practicing these muscles of sharing, expressing, listening, and not pre-planning, which is huge. If you ever want to be fully heard, if you want people to fully hear you, then you get to fully hear them. You get to be really present because people don't like it. They're like, are you even listening to me? Like, it doesn't feel good to not be listened to. People want to be heard. They want to be felt. They really want people to see them. That's all we really want. And you can't do that if you're in your head.
Can I add something?
What?
Can I add something after
Yes.
Raj? After he was talking about peeing, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to share my story. Yesterday it was 83 degrees in Minnesota. It's very cold. 80 degrees. So we're like, oh, we're going to go to the lake. I'm very blessed. I have a nude beach by my lake. It's spring fed. It's not a normal, like, very clean. So it's a little bit more crisp. But I went swimming with my gay best friend and his friend. And just something so little like being naked in the middle of the woods, swimming is life-changing. So then I just met this guy, his name's Raheem, my best friend's friend. And I just had a baby, so my bladder is absolutely horrible. And I piss like 18 times within, 3 hours. It's really bad. It's really annoying, even if it's just a little tinkle. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to run down the long trail like I've been doing all day. I'm just going to tinkle right here. I got my little towel and he didn't know. And we made eye contact. And he was like, whoa. And I'm like, yeah, I'm peeing. And he was like, I said, we just bonded. Like, we just made eye contact. He was like, I didn't know you were peeing. And I was like, yeah, it's okay. But another thing, I know, because we're just going here today. He's not really an outdoorsy guy. So it was very out of his comfort zone, but he was, I don't want to put his business out there, but he ended up going to the bathroom in the woods for the first time. And he was just like, he needed us to talk him into it. And it was either leave walk a mile up to the car and go drive to a toilet somewhere, or just go in the woods and give an offering, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my day yesterday.
Woo,
And
amazing.
I recommend everybody to at least swim. Don't get arrested, but go somewhere where it's safe and swim naked. Just even if it's for 5 minutes, like it's literally life changing. And I felt like I was healing wounds. Like it was so, you know, we have the masks now, and just to take everything and drop everything and just like surrender into the cold, brisk water. It was just like, whoa, this is like what being a human is about. I'm not supposed to sit in my apartment on my laptop on social media. Like, you know, it's my body felt at home. It felt like that's where I was supposed to be. That's my
Yes.
favorite thing to do.
Yes, heaven. Yes, that's how we create the new world. Thank you so much for that share. And I absolutely love to swim naked. I love to be naked, regardless of the way people think about it. It's so powerful. And peeing and eliminating all of the things in nature is so natural. It actually feels really good. I live out in the jungle, and my partner, when people try to go pee in our toilet, he's like, "What are you doing? Go into our jungle. That's what it's for. You go give an offering to the tree." And I'm just like, "Yeah, babe, you tell him." Like, it's so good. It's so powerful. It's like, this is what we're doing for a very long time. Toilets are new, you guys. Toilets are new, and they're actually really fucked up. The way that they work and like the way you gotta look into it, it's bad. Composting toilets or just go in the nature. Anyway, yes, for sharing. Thank you all. This is great. I just want to get a time check because I know we started really late. And then Brenda, can you give me an idea of our timing? Because I need to shift, I think, what we were gonna do. Do you have an idea, at least like 10 minutes over, or?
We probably have another, yeah, 10 minutes from now.
So only
So
5
Richard,
minutes over?
yeah, Richard, I think he's here, so we don't have to, but I would love for you to kind of,
Okay.
yeah, be able to
Okay,
fully.
well, obviously this topic this is like days. We could go so deep on this, and I really wanted to, so I only have 10 minutes. Okay. Let me feel this for a moment. I really wanted to do this next exercise, but if we only, Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the next exercise, but instead of giving you more time to do it in, we're gonna do super laser masculine focus, and y'all are gonna get it out real quick, okay? So you're gonna have 1 minute. You're gonna have 1 minute to share these super deep, powerful, vulnerable shares, which means you gotta get out of your head and you gotta really listen, and you gotta just stream of consciousness, no filter, you just freaking say it, okay? So what we're gonna do is, yeah, it's gonna be great. It's all divine. It's all perfect. Okay, so person A, again, person with the shortest hair, you're gonna go first. You're gonna tune into your body and your heart really quick, just feel it. You're gonna share the greatest fear that is holding me back from fully expressing myself is. Okay, and you're gonna speak for 1 minute, then we're going to switch, or no, excuse me, you're gonna stay, person A, you're gonna go twice. So you're gonna say that, and then you're gonna tune back into your body and say, when I move through this fear, my life will look and feel like this. So you're gonna really tune in. What is it gonna feel like when you move through this fear, when you release this, and you actually step into who you are here to be on the planet? Okay, and then we're going to switch. And there'll be the prompts in the little boxes there. You'll see it to remind you. But so again, person A, you're going to share twice. What's your greatest fear from fully expressing yourself? When I move through this fear, I will. And then you're going to switch. Then you're going to thank your partner for sharing, for opening up their heart. And then we're going to come back to the full group. Okay. You guys got this masculine focus. Just let it run through you real easy. It's going to be great. You're going to be great at this. Might just take a moment to get into the groups. Hold tight. Nash, get out of your head. What do you think about?
Who's that? Oh, me?
No,
Oh, yeah.
Nareesh. He looks like he's in his head. Think about what he's gonna say.
Oh, yeah. We've got Michael Rosenboom still here and Deepak.
And if you want to be a part of this, make sure to take yourself off of the video or onto video.
On video.
Be on video so you can be a part of this.
I think we got Michael still waiting.
Michael and Deepak.
I loved that share. That was hilarious. I'm really glad you said that. Jessica and I were literally talking earlier yesterday about how it's so vulnerable to pee in front of someone, and we even made a joke. We were like, what if we just had everyone in the festival pee so that we could all get comfortable with each other? And we're like, no, we're not doing that.
Wait, do we have to turn our camera on?
Well,
I'm
I don't
kidding.
think you're in the breakout room yet.
Want to stop the recording?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. We'll just pause it.
I'll share.
Yes, please.
Okay, I got paired up with my best friend, so it's kind of funny. But even just being put in a container with each other and being like, you can just be like pure, like vulnerable, straight up, and just say whatever you want. And I feel like we are that way usually with each other anyway. But really, like diving deeper into it and being like let's continue on with this. Like let's get together and do like prompts and like keep it going. Yeah.
Amazing. And it's amazing how you can have your best friend or your parent or your partner even, and they don't go these levels of deep. It's so important for us to dive deeper with each other. I've been doing relationship coaching. I work with a lot of partners, and I'm like appalled sometimes at what they know about each other. Just like, what? How are you together? So yes, amazing. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else want to go real quick?
I will go. One of my real fear is like, oh, is it too much to ask, and it's too much. My request is that's the fear, and if I go through that fear, and the whole different world opens up for me, and I can cherish everything. And at the end of the day, what happens if it is yes or no, right? If I ask desire, what's happening? So yeah, thank you for listening.
Amazing. Exactly. It's so important for us to remember a whole world opens up. Beyond our fear, a whole world. Magic, dream come true, everything you ever dreamed was possible, but was like, no, I don't think so. Yeah, on the other side of your fear is pure miracles. One of the mantras I say is, I am a miracle. I magnetize miracles, not just manifest, but freaking magnetize. I like a magnet. Just pew, pew, pew. And it's all when we get out of our comfort zone and move beyond the fear. So thank you guys for going there with me. One more share really quick before we move on. Jazzy? Jazzy Jazz?
I'm afraid of death.
Mm.
And it's a new thing because I just had a baby, and before I had the baby 2 years ago, she just turned 2 on Monday. I was never afraid of death. I was fearless. And I missed that part of me. I got pregnant when I was 23, had her when I was 24. So yeah, I'm like afraid every day.
Wow.
Of my elevator, of driving in the car. I just watched somebody get shot. I live downtown in Minneapolis, and I'm sure you guys have heard about this on the news with Dante Wright and George Floyd and everything. Living downtown is not fun. I literally just watched a man shoot somebody outside my window the other day. So yeah, I'm afraid to die, and it's new. So I'm practicing every single day. Every single day, I'm doing some type of mind work of just releasing my attachments. What am I afraid of? To die, to go back to where I came from? It's just like, I don't know.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. And if you want more support in that, please let me know. My mom is a death doula, and like I go real deep with the death work. And
I would love support. I literally asked one of my yoga teachers for resources, and she was like, I don't know what to tell you. I reached out to
like birth and death. How are you not gonna have support for that? That's crazy. Well, not everyone is the real yoga teachers. Yeah.
For sure. It's weird because she's actually a really good yoga teacher. But I don't. I would be honored for those resources. Yes.
Jazzy, you saw something that you most people shouldn't see, and I would be honored if you would talk to me about that because I know a lot about it.
Oh, beautiful. You've got lots of support and resources. That was Michael, so we'll reach out to him too.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank
Michael.
you so much for sharing, though. Thank you for sharing your heart. Thank you all for being willing to open up your heart and share in this way. And I really want to remind everyone that this is how we create the new culture. we get to create the new culture for ourselves, for our children, for our children's children's children. This is how we transform the trajectory of our entire lineage, and we heal our parents and our grandparents and everything that they went through. And this is how we transform the trajectory of our future and everything that everyone else will go through. So this is so important for us to do this work and to start being free, to start freeing ourselves, to start expressing. And again, it's muscles that we get to practice. It comes naturally to us when we're children, but we've been so trained out of it since the moment we were birthed out of the womb that it is a remembering, and it is up to us to remember and to keep pulling the thread and pulling the veil off of our eyes. So thank you all for doing this work. So just to conclude, I want to first, like everything that I do, all the experiences that I do, even if they're a 45-minute experience, I really want us to remember that everything is a hero's journey. We answer the call to show up somewhere. And at the end of that hero's journey, at the end of even just this hour, what is the elixir that you are taking from this experience, so that this is not just another experience, but that you can actually take something from this and integrate it, embody it into your everyday, your every now moment experience. And then this elixir is something that you can give to others. So I want everyone to have a moment right now to just feel into, what is my elixir right now? What am I going to take away from this? How can I, from this moment forth, do something different so that I will never go back to who I was just 1 hour ago? Take a couple deep breaths, feel into it. How am I going to show up differently? How am I going to give this medicine to the world? Just take a few moments, and once you've got it, opening your eyes so I know that who is ready to close.
Amazing.
Thank you all so much. So again, everyone, I'm Damiana Loves, and I am a love and relationship coach, and really focusing on helping people to fully free themselves in all of their sensual magnetic power and to really live the life of their dreams. So if anyone is interested in staying in touch or having more support in moving forward or asking questions or whatever it is, please, Randall just posted my Instagram. You can go to Damiana Loves, super simple. And for anyone who is interested in having some more support, I have a special offer that I'm going to give to everyone who was here today. You just direct message me the word activate, and I will send you that special offer to help support you along your journey to full expression, freedom, and creating the life of your dreams. So thank you so much. It was such an honor to be here with you all. Thank you for this crash course in expression and freedom. Love you all so much.
Can everyone take themselves off mute, rub your hands together, and give Damiana a big ashta hey!
Ashta
Amazing.
So much.
Thank you
Love
so much.
wins.
Yes. Okay, everybody. We are getting into